Today is September 13th, 2025. This is Albinchap, your host for today, bringing you your daily Grassroots news. There has been no news to report for Grassroots today, but we do have my direct predictions from yesterday, so let's get through those. I'm going to go in order of what I said yesterday, rather than the order of things appearing in the direct. And then after I've gone through all my predictions, I'll talk about the stuff that happened that I missed, and my thoughts on that. Because, you know, everyone's here to listen to my opinion on Nintendo bullshit. Because what else would we be here for? Okay, first things first. Metroid Prime 4 release window. We got that. December. That's good. I'm very happy that it's not going into 2026, but also I really think it's good that Metroid is getting to be that big holiday title, because it's a series that deserves more attention. Despite how big Metroidvanias have been this past while, Metroid is a series that's been kind of dormant for a while. We got Dread, but I think Prime 4 got announced at the start of Switch 1, and we've been waiting since then. And, of course, Dread was in development since, DS era. So it's a series that definitely deserves to be put on a pedestal, because it used to be one of Nintendo's big three. Mario, Zelda, Metroid. Those were your three. And then Metroid fell off, and Pokemon became a phenomenon. And we'll get back to fucking Pokemon. So help me God. I don't know. It looks really cool. I saw the trailer, and for, the first part of it, I really thought it looked like a Bayonetta sort of thing. But I saw the door on the building and went, that's Metroid. That's a Metroid door. I don't know. It's Metroid. The doors have a very distinct look to them. It's cool that they put the Metroid on the bike. And I think it depends how open Prime 4 is. Because, they showed it in a very open area, environment, which almost makes me think they're not going to have travel between areas through, fast travel. You're going to have to physically go between them, or at least you're not going to have it at the beginning. I guess physically traveling between areas on the planet would be cool. But it might become cumbersome, but I think it will be cool. It's the reason I like No Man's Sky, that, space open world exploration is just cool. And put that in a Metroid environment, I'm sold. Okay. Splatoon, right. So we got nothing Splatoon related. GameCube NSO. We got nothing GameCube NSO, but they're selling the Virtual Boy in 2025. That's fun. I can't wait to see how poorly that sells. There's no way that goes well, right? Because it requires the peripheral in most of the ways they phrase it. Surely they don't have a way of checking for the peripheral. Because if they did, how's the cardboard going to tell the Switch that it's there? I think you're going to be able to play it without the peripheral. It's just going to look weird. But depending on how the lenses work, you might be able to get just, cheap 3D glasses, wear them, and then it'll just work. I don't know. There's a chance. I think expecting that you require that peripheral in order to play it at all is a little dumb. It's going to be a hampered experience no matter what, but you're definitely going to be able to still play the games even if they're not intended for the way that you play them. Mario 40th. So, first things first, we didn't get the New Soup collection, thank God. Instead, we got Mario Galaxy. At the end of the day, because, looking at the prices feel a bit much, but a game that released at a similar price that's also a remake was Metroid Prime Remastered. And I would say that is 100% worth the price. Because not only is Metroid Prime one of the best games ever made, but excuse me, the remake was also very, very exceptional quality. So if the Mario Galaxy remasters are anything like that, then I think it's worth the price tag. The problem is, it just looks like a port, or it looks like the 3D All-Stars version, which is unfortunate. I mean, even just having like a patch for Switch 2 would be nice. Not a Switch 2 edition, just a patch. All I want is Mario Galaxy in 4K 60. Is that too much to ask? Of course it's too much to ask. Oh, God. Oh, my throat's hurting today. Mario movie. So, it's not the Mario World movie, it's the Mario Galaxy movie. Which almost makes me think that the logo being leaked was a deliberate thing to, like, bait and switch. Because you look at the trailer for Mario World, or not Mario World, Mario Galaxy movie, and the entire start of it is using Mario World music. So it's trying to lull you into that, and then they hit you at the very end with the, haha, got you, it's Mario Galaxy. It feels deliberate. So in retrospect, they might have done that on purpose. Other stuff in the 40th anniversary. I guess we got the flower Furby. That was fun. DK Bonanza's getting DLC. That's not Mario related. The Yoshi game is Mario related though. That's interesting. I think I've been joking about, like, oh, Nintendo games look so bad. They can't even run it as... Look at this Yoshi game. It can't even run at a stable frame rate. It's an art style. I know it's an art style. It looks a little jarring, though. I think if they wanted to go for that Bayonetta Origins / Okami / Bow art style, they need to commit harder to it. Because it feels a little too half-half. That's just me. What they do have in that Yoshi game, though, they have fishing. Fuck yeah. More fishing in games. I was also right that we will be getting so much more farming and fishing in this direct. From memory, we had 3 instances of fishing in the direct. One was in the Yoshi game, one was in, I think, Dinkum, and one was in another, like, farming sim game. But that's also not including if it was in Stardew, because... I mean, maybe it was in the Stardew thing, and I just missed it. To be fair, like, the Stardew Switch 2 edition, I also hope that's free. Like, that would be really nice if Concerned Ape made that free. But I was complaining, like, just a couple days ago about, like, console versions of Stardew, and it's like, oh, you don't have mouse controls, it's not as good. And then my sister was saying, like, oh, like, does it have split screen on Switch? I was like, no, it doesn't. Well, now it does. So, I don't know, that'll be fun. I'll actually have an incentive to play more Stardew. You know what? Maybe that's a bad thing, actually. maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe my productiveness is completely down the drain now. Tomodachi Life. So, my exact wording last time was along the lines of, they're not gonna talk about Tomodachi Life or give Tomodachi Life a release window unless it's coming out early next year. I was completely right on that. And the fact we didn't see Rhythm Heaven makes me think that Rhythm Heaven is going to be mid to late 2026 rather than early. I hope it's coming along well. One would hope so. JRPG bullshit, we got Dragon Quest Reimagined. Dragon Quest had never been, like, a series I've gotten into. It's a series I've wanted to look into, like, a little, but never that much. I mean, it looks alright. I just don't think it's my thing. We did get Fire Emblem, which I guess does count as JRPG bullshit when you think about it. Again, another series where it's like, I know I need to try Fire Emblem, but I don't have the financial or the emotional, interest in order to really get into the series. I've been told I should start with Three Houses. But also I've been told Three Houses is one of the biggest departures from what Fire Emblem is. And so there's a little bit of concern in the back of my head of, am I going to play Three Houses, love it, and then play, Engage, for example, and not enjoy it as much because of how different it is. This is kind of being catfished into what the series actually plays like. It's like you play Legends Arceus as your first Pokemon game. It's like, wow, Pokemon's so fun. And then you play the main series games, and it's, completely different turn-based. It might just set, a poor expectation for me of what the series plays like. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how that looks. Well, scrolling through. I don't want to miss anything big. I guess I could use this time to talk about, other things that were there. Hades 2 still looks really good. I mean, I'm not a roguelike guy, but even I can admit Hades is a phenomenally well-made game. So, Hades 2, it looks phenomenal. It looks absolutely stellar. I mean, we had, 40 seconds of gameplay and then a 3-minute animation. The animation looks really good, don't get me wrong. I just want to see gameplay. It's like, oh, we got a gameplay demo. Yeah, but you're making a game. I want to see gameplay. There's a thought that, if they're not showing actual gameplay, then, oh, maybe the game doesn't look good. Which I know isn't true. It's Hades. It's Supergiant. Supergiant knows what they're doing. But the point still stands. I want to see actual gameplay. What else? Hyrule Warriors. I mean, look. Oh my god. Hyrule Warriors is a series where it's I don't think it's really my thing, because Warriors games are very beat 'em up, and if I want to beat 'em up, I'll go play Skylanders. But my biggest problem with Age of Calamity, it was such a perfect concept to do a prequel to Breath of the Wild, but they didn't fully commit to it because they wanted it to have a satisfying ending. But you're not meant to make it a satisfying ending. The satisfying ending is Breath of the Wild. You're meant to be a prequel. So them implementing, multiverse time travel bullshit, that's a permanent stain on Zelda as a series. I don't really like it. And regardless of the game's quality and the quality of the crossover and the multiverse, whatever, I think it's objectively poor writing. And if they wanted to go that route, they shouldn't have made it a Breath of the Wild prequel. And so, going into Age of Imprisonment, I have a very similar thought process of, if this is going to be a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom, but they don't fully commit to being, a Tears of the Kingdom prequel. If we get to the final battle with Ganon, and Rauru survives because Link from the future comes back and saves him, that's gonna be a complete cop-out and undermine the whole story. It would be good if they could just commit to having a tragic ending. Because the tragic ending is the one that's canon. And no matter what you say, you're not decanonizing Breath of the Wild. And you're not decanonizing Tears of the Kingdom. If I have to choose between Age of Calamity and Breath of the Wild, I'm choosing Breath of the Wild. And Age of Calamity is a really fun what-if scenario that is added on at the end of a decent prequel and retelling of Breath of the Wild story. Mario Tennis Fever. It looks like Ultra Smash. You have power-ups. It looks like Bad Mario Sports, which also looks like Mario Sports. I, at this point, would just want a port of Strikers Charged or a port of Power Tennis. They could put Power Tennis on GameCube NSO, but, like, I think... Well, Power Tennis also got the new Play Control version on Wii. The Wii really is the sport machine. Because, like, you've got your Wii Sports, but if you want something wackier, you've got the Mario Sports games. And all of the Mario Sports series were firing at all cylinders in the Wii generation. Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 Edition. So I was right that we were getting a Switch 2 Edition. I didn't think about which one. The thought crossed my mind of, like, it could be Wonder, but it doesn't feel like the sort of game they'd give DLC. I think I would sooner have given Mario Maker 2 a Switch 2 edition than Mario Wonder. But, I mean, it looks fine. It looks serviceable. I think the main thing that I can take away from it, I don't think it'd be worth the price tag. It looks very multiplayer focused, and then whatever new content they're adding, it's new 2D Mario. I'm not jumping for joy. Like, if I wanted a good 2D platformer, there's enough of those in the indie scene. Like, I don't need to get this Switch 2 edition. And that's even without saying my opinions on Wonder to begin with, which was very mixed. Forgotten Indie. I mean, we got Suika Game. It's interesting to see that after how many games tried to copy Suika Game and be like bad rip-offs of the Suika Game formula, that Suika is now also willing to copy itself. I kid. But Power Wash Simulator, I mean, that's fun. I think that game, in my head, is like, that's the Germa game. That's the Germa game. I think of Germa when I see Power Wash. And of course, Overcooked 2, getting a Switch 2 edition. If we're talking forgotten indie game, where it's like, I've forgotten about this game, and they're going to put it on Switch 2. Overcooked seems like that exact... When did Overcooked 2 come out? Because it feels like that's been out a very long time now. I'm looking that up. Overcooked 2 release dates. 2018. Okay, so Overcooked 2 has been out 7 years? 8 years? 7 years. I'm going to say 7 years. I feel like we're more than due for a new game. Maybe they just don't see a need to. I mean, what are the developers up to nowadays? Ghost Town Games. They make anything else? They haven't done anything with Team 17. Oh, Date Everything. Oh. Oh, no, Team 17's the publisher, not the developers. Okay, that makes more sense. So what else is Team 17 been doing? Is there anything here I actually know of? What the fuck? Worms? Oh, that's fun. Epic NPC man, nice day for fishing. Hold on. I need to make a necessary business expense. Okay. As for other things that weren't talked about but were in the direct, I was so confident we would not be getting more info on Kirby Air Riders. But not only did we get new info in the form of Amiibo, which... Oh my god, Swap Force Amiibo, and it's Kirby, and you can, like, train them. The Amiibo gambling ring is back, all I'm saying. If anyone wants to train an Amiibo and fight me for... and fight me in Air Riders, we can have an Amiibo duel. I'm completely down. I want that to be known. I hope in the Air Riders Direct. Which, by the way, there's another Air Riders Direct. What the fuck else do they have to show? Like, surely it's story mode, unless there's, like, even more game they haven't talked about. I mean, they could show more characters, but I don't know how much they'd even need to. I mean, what other characters weren't in there? I guess we could... Wait, what if they put Highness? What if they put Highness on a wheelie bike? That'd be so funny. Oh my god. Oh, imagine Highness on a fucking... on a compactor. Oh, no. Okay. Maybe there is more options. I mean, did we have Adeline and Ribbon? I feel like Adeline and Ribbon. Or even just Adeline. Like, that's a good option for... Like a character. Are there any other, like, big characters that aren't there? We got Gooey. We don't have Marks, which is a little odd. I think at some point they just have to accept we're gonna add every Dream Friend from Star Allies so that we have representation from every game. There has been a thought on my mind of, like, if they were to do a Dream Friend for Star Allies for Forgotten Land, what would be the character they choose? Which, of course, they're not going to actually make that, but, like, what's the Dream Friend equivalent in Star Allies? And it's like, it's kinda just Elfilin. Which, I mean, they could play kind of like a Magalore, where they're, like, a little guy with big powers. That's probably how they'd do it. They'd retroactively give Elfilin the entire moveset of Fecto Elfilis. Yeah. I mean, new Resident Evil. That looks cool. I've never really been a Resident Evil person. That's another series I need to look at. There was one other game that really stuck in my mind. I don't know if I'm going to get it yet. I think I would have to look into it more. Popucom? I think that's it. Where it's like the zoomer, like the PopCap game when you, like, fire the orbs at the line. That as a third-person shooter. Oh, that looks like it would be fun, and I'm hoping it is fun. I think I'll wait until reviews, and if it looks good, I might get it. It depends. It's really a thing of, like, price, interest, quality, whether or not I can get a second person to sit down and play it with me. I can probably invite someone over. Yeah, I might just have to do that. It looks fun. I think if it looks fun, you're doing your job right. And I think this really leaves only one other thing to talk about. The elephant in the room, Pokemon. Despite all of the nice things in this direct, Pokemon has given me such a middle finger that it completely counterbalanced everything else. Pokemon Legends ZA is releasing in Australia for $160 at launch on Switch 2 with DLC. DLC, mind you, that doesn't actually release until February, but you can buy it now. You get 2 shitty little outfits. And those are some cool megas we saw in the trailer. We got 5 new Mega Evolutions. The 2 Raichus aren't in the game until February, but it's fine, buy the DLC. It should be in the base game, but buy our DLC. We love DLC. And of course, the Kalos starters, which aren't actually in the fucking game. They're locked behind online ranked battles, and you can only get them with NSO for a limited time. So what's the point, then? Look, I've seen all the new Mega Evolutions, because, like, we can be pretty damn confident that they've all been leaked. Or at least all the ones in the base game. There are new ones I'm looking forward to, but I think locking the Kalos starters behind online, that's a horrible idea. Locking anything behind... Legends is meant to be your single-player series. And this all goes without saying, the actual biggest problem I have, if you transfer a Pokemon into Legends ZA, it cannot be transferred back to Generation 9 and Generation 8. This is a solved issue. You figured it out with Legends Arceus. You figured it out with Scarlet and Violet. You could have figured it out with ZA, and you're choosing not to. Being a Pokemon fan is a fucking prison. But it's fine, because you know what they can't take away from me? Pokemon Black and White 2 for the Nintendo DS. What a game. I love the DS Pokemon games. Except Heart Gold Soul Silver. You know what, putting that one out there. If you like Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver, you're completely valid, but I didn't like it very much. But, I mean, most of the problems I have with Heart Gold Soul Silver are just like, I don't think Johto holds up very well. I think as a remake, it's probably the best remake we've gotten in the series. It's just that Johto is not the best foundation, so it still comes out, like, kind of on par, if not significantly worse than Oras. I don't know, that's my opinion. You're more than welcome to disagree if you're going to be civil about it. Discourse is fun. Conversation is fun. It's fun to discuss things we enjoy. And despite all my Stockholm Syndrome, I do like Pokemon. This has been your daily news for Grassroots for today, September 13th, 2025. And I can't wait to buy Kirby Swap Force figures. Oh my god, it looks so fun! Do you think that we're gonna have the vehicles and the characters be separate? Where you can build the vehicle and you can build the character, and if you, swap the character, the vehicle stats will still stay the same? Because, then you can just, you can build a vehicle for every stat and then swap out characters at your leisure. So it's actually on-the-fly, builds. Oh, that would be so fun. Imagine that. It's oh, and you could, oh, it'd be so cool. Imagine an in-person Amiibo draft league of Air Riders. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. Oh, I cannot wait for Air Riders. We're gonna get Amiibo figures of Magolor? Oh my god, wait. Surely they're only doing Amiibos of, Kirby, Dedede, and Meta Knight, right? They wouldn't do the other characters. But, imagine if we get, a Magolor swap for... Oh, it's gonna be so good!